Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ori, and welcome back to EU4 and the Manly Mann campaign, where we are playing as none other than the Mighty Man and going for the Empire of Mann achievement. So in our last episode, we were able to conquer Donegal and a chunk of Scotland, because England declared war on Scotland. France did not join. And then, yeah, we were able to occupy a few islands before England could, and the Scottish capital moved to Sutherland, and suddenly we had the Scottish capital occupied. So can't complain about that too much. We are sitting on 120 ducats now, which is awesome. We are going to wait for our war exhaustion to tick down a little bit before coring all of this up. Let's look at the overextension. For some reason, Donegal costs more to core than Sutherland, which is a little odd. But it is what it is, and we now have some troops, we now have some proper land, which is awesome. Can't complain about this in the slightest. We are sitting on 62 development with a grand total of 11 force limit. So we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. If we can figure out how to get into a war with Kildare, it's going to be very, very worthwhile for us. There's no way we can get a claim on Desmond, which is kind of unfortunate because there is a decent chance we'd be able to conquer this before Kildare does. And at this point, I think we do just kind of have to sit tight for a little bit longer after conquering this land. We're going to let the war exhaustion tick down a bit, like I said. We'll probably wait a few more months before coring this up. And beyond that, we are in some pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and pick up that military tech 7. Beautiful. We might actually be able to get one of our quality or quantity ideas taken in that time, which is going to be incredibly helpful. We burned absolutely no manpower in that last war. We're going to go ahead and get our ships back out, protecting trade in the channel. We'll give it we'll give it one more month and see if that is a break point for these provinces costing less. Maybe one more month. Once we get down under 1.5 war exhaustion, I think we'll start coring this. Not really much of a break point, so let's go ahead and just core everything now while we can. We have expanded man, so that's 3 free development, which I'm actually very tempted to take right now, as well as lower construction and development cost for 25 years. No, on second thought, I think we will go ahead and wait for the, we'll wait for our, colonialism to spawn. That's the thingamajigger. We'll wait for colonialism to spawn. We're going to build another pair of cogs here to move our troops around a little easier. And then I think we're going to primarily focus on combat ships from here on out. So we are going to more than likely have some separatists. I'm hoping we can get all of these cored beforehand. Orkney and Shetland for Norwegian separatists. That's not too surprising. England is having more pretender rebel issues. He must have, oh, hey, look at that. Lancaster, no heir. Seems suspicious. We're going to grant monopoly charters. We'll take those 14 ducats. Every little bit helps. Let's go ahead and seek support of the clergy. There's no reason for us to establish New World missions other than to get over 75 influence with the clergy, so we will do that. We'll call a diet, and we will just demand military power since we don't need to recruit the minister. There we go. We got some money from the burghers and 300 total monarch points. Can't complain about that. We've lost diplomatic insult against Kildare. Now, if there's any chance of England not joining this war, we're going to jump on it. We do have some claims on England already, which is not too bad. We can actually get more claims on Kildare now, which I'm okay with. I'm definitely okay with that. If we can figure out how to attack Kildare without England getting involved, this campaign is just going to snowball exponentially. So some of these provinces are going to core faster than others. For example, Shetland and Orkney are going to take their sweet time. We're going to have cores on the rest of this stuff well before that. So we are going to have to worry about the Norwegian separatists. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. Well, oh, it's wrong culture. That's why. That's why. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on it. Highlander is actually our main culture. I forgot about that. I forget that man is Highlander culture. So that's definitely good for us. Have we turned off the development edict? No, let's go ahead and do that now. Every ducat counts at this stage in the game. Every ducat counts. In fact, we're going to queue up 2 more cogs to be able to move our army in its entirety in one fell swoop. We are going to have more naval force limit shortly, which is not bad. Let's go ahead and move the transports out to the Outer Hebrides for now. Oh, well, we took a stab hit, but we do now have Para on the throne, which means we are going to get more monarch points. Well, we're going to get a more even spread of monarch points, I should say, which is, you know what, I'm completely okay with it. Let's grab the 2 transports, send them up here. In fact, we are doing quite well on, well, we're not doing as well on the cash front as we were. So we'll hold off for right now on hiring an advisor, which is what I would have liked to have done. But it is what it is. Royal marriage with Brittany, absolutely. Royal marriage with France. We'll get a royal marriage with Holland shortly. Lovely. Alright, Portugal, do you want to be friends? There's a chance you want to be friends. Let's improve a little bit more and see what happens. You never know. It seems highly unlikely, but again, stranger things have happened. Wow. Saxony-Lauenburg is occupying Denmark. That's odd. They've even taken the fort here. Up, Denmark is starting to push back now. Excellent initiative. I don't want to get more unrest in Sutherland, so I think we do have to sack the prestige here a little bit. We can actually build a building. I just realized that. So to that end, let's see. Construction cost, dev cost. Construction cost, construction time. Well, we're going to take high income. See what it brings the construction cost down to. 77 ducats. Let's see. We probably could get it even lower. Let's go ahead and do that. 3 extra, well, we'll let the month tick. 3 extra, development is nothing to be taken lightly at this point in the campaign. Every little bit helps after all. Let's go ahead and get a claim on Dublin once again. Because Dublin is in Pale, and I'm just going to call it Dublin from now on. Let's see. Has it updated? No, it actually did not update it. 67 ducats here in Man. So we're absolutely building that. That is incredibly cheap, not going to lie. Cores should be finishing shortly. This is part of our home state, actually, which is amazing. Sutherland has cored, I believe. Donegal actually already cored as well. No, Donegal, yeah, Donegal finished. There we go. Outer Hebrides and Sutherland are now cored. So we're just waiting for Orkney and Shetland to get cored. Let's look at the Norwegian revolt. If we can get these 2 provinces cored before that fires, I'd like to, because then we could statify them. Clergy gains some influence. No, Perifrost does not need a cardinal's advice to rule Man. Perifrost is fine. Alright, let's pull the diplomat back from Portugal. Still no royal marriage there, but again, I think we're gonna be okay. Let's see here. The current crusade target is against the Ottomans. That's not actually that surprising. I don't know if we're going to continue to invest in who gets to become the Pope. We've invested once, and I don't know if it's really worth it, because I would like to get at least one of these. Yeah, I would definitely like to get at least one of these modifiers. Like, the +1 mercantilism would be good because it's permanent, but the yearly prestige would be very nice. So who's the emperor? Is it still Brunswick? That is hilarious. Brunswick is the emperor. I find that just highly amusing. So who are England's rivals? Obviously Denmark. Oh, we could get a royal marriage with Denmark. Interesting. Support the House of York. We'll send him a token force. Sure, why not? Let's pull back from England. Royal marriage with Denmark. We'll improve some relations now because I think we are going to be able to get this alliance, which is good. Further securing our position in the area. Oh, the House of... Oh, wow, I just realized this is War of the Roses. This is War of the Roses firing. If England gets super tired out, there's a good chance we can actually call him into this. That's 24,000 rebels. 24,000 Yorkists that are going to be teleporting somewhere. Where are you guys going? Poland is having a peasants' war. You're going to Chester. So there's going to be more rebels in Chester. And you're going to Lincolnshire. Which is... somewhere. I'm looking. I know it'd be easier to use the F key to find this, but... I want to find this. That's Northumberland. Where on earth is Lincolnshire? It might have been Lancashire. Let's just find out. Nope, Lincolnshire. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So yeah, England is going to have some pretender rebel issues. And he has landed forces here on the mainland already. Okay, so the rebels have been pushed back now. Or the pretenders have been pushed back slightly. Well, a second stack has arrived here in Chester now. Well, let's go ahead and grab these two transports, move them out to the Outer Hebrides. Still keeping an eye on these Norwegian separatists, because if we don't have to, raise autonomy before we statify that, we won't. But if we do, we will. I would like to try and at least get a little bit out of every province we can. Let's see here. England is 187 ducats in debt. It's not bad. How many favors with France? It's going to take quite a while there. We're going to have enough favors with Holland before too long. Very good chance we'll actually get this this alliance with Denmark. Although, amazingly enough, Denmark is losing this fight. Okay. War of Honor is fighting Brunswick, Gelre, Utrecht, Cologne, Nuremberg, and Magdeburg. Is Sweden not helping? No, Sweden's helping. Kind of. That's funny, not gonna lie. That is pretty funny. It's a War of Honor, though. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen in the peace deal. Ooh, 413 ruler. Since we have Para currently on the throne, who do we, you know what, let's get Jeff in here, our newest member of the royal family. Thank you very much for your support, sir. You are next in line to inherit the throne of Man. Autobro Golden Era, not all that surprising. Let's just pray this doesn't fire before we can get this done. We are going to need to spend some admin on making this estate as well as Shetland. We basically need to statify everything we have to get the absolute maximum out of it. We can start training a few more troops, but I don't think we're going to just yet. We're going to wait until we fully statify this and then see what our force limit looks like. As far as the Navy goes, it might be an idea to start building heavies. The question is, can we afford them? The answer is probably no, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and see here. Yeah, I don't know if we'll actually get that alliance with Denmark. I'd like it, but there's a high chance we won't actually get it. Maybe when we finish our cores. We are still the Pope, right? Yes, we are still the Pope, so we do get some prestige, advisor cost, compensate the traders. I don't want to pay money for mercantilism right now. So no, we're not compensating anybody. That's all you guys. Have fun. Alright, let's pull back the diplomat from Denmark. Ooh, if we had the extra Diplo rep. Oh, hey, we could get the extra Diplo rep. Is it worth it? The more I think about it, the more I realize it may actually not be worth it. Because even though Sweden is currently loyal, that's bound to change in short order. We do have a royal marriage there already, though. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one. We'll sit on it for a little bit. Let's continue to spy on England for no reason other than that we can. We might as well build a spy network here on Desmond. If there's a chance we can get a war off on Desmond, that would be pretty sweet, not gonna lie. As far as our tech goes, we can take our first exploration idea, but we are very far behind time on Diplotech, so I don't think we'll do that just yet. That's the only thing. We will definitely be working on our exploration ideas, and we will be taking our first quantity idea here shortly. Alright, let's go ahead and statify the Highlands. We will even statify the Faroes. We'll pay the admin to core all of that up. Let's see exactly where we're looking at. Alright, so our force limit didn't really change too much. I'm not actually that surprised by that. But we are going to go ahead and build a few ships now. Yeah, we'll go ahead and build up to our naval force limit. And as the autonomy drops, we will be able to get more and more out of these provinces. The unrest is rather high here still, so let's go ahead and just bump that autonomy up. Not deal with the Norwegian separatists in any way, shape, or form. And then the question is now what? We're going to need to accept Irish at some point. Do we grant the clergy some land? That might be a thought. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and grant the clergy that. We're going to give them Shetland for the time being. We can't give the burghers anything because nothing is a center of trade or over 10 development. Those are the two stipulations. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to go ahead and train to force limit. At least for right now, we are. There goes all of the money we once had, but we are making some decent cash at this point. We're making 2 ducats a month, mainly due to France's lovely subsidies. Thank you, France Senpai. I love it. England has gotten Miltech 7. If there's any way we can get a war off against Kildare. Relations deteriorate with England. Ooh. Oh, this man must lead our armies. I love that 100 tradition general event. Oh my god, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. A 5463. What a beast of a general. Alright, we're going to move the army to Sutherland. No, we're going to leave the army here for now. We might have some Gaelic separatists, but we'll keep an eye on it. Hebridean separatists probably will not fire. At least that's the hope, that they don't fire. We can go ahead and take our first quantity idea. So let's do that. There we go. 50% national manpower modifier. Not the most helpful thing in the world just yet, but once we finish that quantity, those quantity ideas, it's going to be quite nice to have, honestly. Especially that 50% extra force limit. I'm very sad we cannot get a claim on Desmond. Because now would be a good time with Denmark getting rather wrecked in this war. He's almost interested in alliance, but I'm not sure I want to get involved in what is going on over there currently. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to kind of wait and see exactly what pans out in the near future. Gaelic separatists. We will go ahead and raise autonomy here, just to deal with that. Because I don't want to deal with that. That unfortunately might lower our force limit. No, it did not. We actually have 12 force limit now. That's cool. About naval force limit. 16 of 16. Okay. We actually... No, we can't build a flagship because we need 1,500 sailors inbound. Which, you know, that I mean, no, that's okay. That's okay, I suppose. It doesn't seem like the most... seems like a rather arbitrary number, but... It is what it is, I suppose. There we go. We're going to have these 3 light ships protect trade up in the North Sea for the time being. We can go ahead and take Diplotech, so we're going to protect trade in the North Sea. That might help us out a fair bit. Let's see what that goes up to. Another 0.8 ducats every month. Can't complain about that. Let's go ahead and get our Diplotech. Yeah, getting Diplotech 7 especially is going to be very important. We might go Diplotech 7, then our first exploration idea, so we can actually have some colonial range, which would not be too bad. Disputed Succession, Ryazan and Württemberg. Not like it's much of, not like that makes much of a difference at all, but you never know. You go home in case we get declared on. You absolutely go home in case we get declared on. We might as well start fabricating claims on Norway at this point. Get a claim on the Faroes, and then go up and take Iceland. Oh, to do that, we need to spy on Denmark, who wants that alliance now. I don't know, honestly. I'm really not too sure about this. I mean, he is rivaled to England. It's just the question is, will he actually move his troops over in time? That's the real question. Let's go ahead and do it for now. There we go. Danish alliance, lovely stuff. I highly doubt he's actually going to call us into this. Let's see, Riga's involved. Oh, Riga's at war with Bohemia and Ferrara. Bohemian conquest of Berlin. Oh, Brandenburg's getting wrecked. Oh, it's the Trade League. It's the Trade League. That's what's happening. Where's the Danish army, by the way? That's what I want to know. What happened to the Danish army? Because they are just struggling in this war. Oh, they're down here. I found it. They're sieging Nuremberg. Gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, that's probably not the best use of their time, but whatever. We'll go ahead and raise autonomy here. And then, as far as this goes, we might have actually just lowered force limit again. We have, but that's not too much of an issue. We can't get a claim on Cork or on this province. Just no claims on Desmond, which makes me really sad. Kildare would defend them, but I don't have any desire to no CB that. That would be a terrible plan, to be honest. At least I think it would be a terrible plan. It may or may not be a terrible plan. We do have the admin to spare for it. Admin Tech 8 is coming up, but we don't really need anything. I'm going to think about this and wrap this episode up here. I'll think about that between the upcoming episodes. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. No CB Desmond, get to war with Kildare and Desmond. I'll run the numbers and give it a good long think between episodes, but like I said, that's where we're wrapping up for today. So as always, thank you for tuning in, spending a little part of said day here. It is greatly appreciated. If you're enjoying the series, please remember to drop a like down below, as it really helps the channel out, and subscribe for more grand strategy content in the future. If you would like to help support the channel monetarily and be a part of the renaming of things in this and other series, as well as access to unique roles over on the Discord, please do check out the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as a link to the Discord where we are running weekly multiplayer games of EU4 and building a growing community. And finally, there is also a link to the Twitch channel, to my Twitch channel, where I am live streaming every day. So do take a moment to check that out and drop a follow. It is greatly appreciated. As always, my name is Ori. I do hope you have a fantastic day, and we will catch you in the next one.